General Hospital GH. Spoilers reveal that Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, may say 4 surprising words when Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, confesses her Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, fling. Willow may not have the reaction Nina anticipated, at least not at first. GH fans know Ned Quartermain, Wally Kurth, recently considered the idea of using Drew's past hookups with Nina as leverage. However, Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, suggested Drew was far too stubborn to let himself get blackmailed. Instead, Tracy wanted to save that information and hold it over Nina somewhere down the line. There will surely come a point when Tracy and Ned will need some power over Nina, so it makes sense to sit on this secret and use it at the perfect moment. That said, there's no guarantee Nina will surrender to Ned and Tracy's demands when the time comes. Tracy and Ned may push for something outrageous, so Nina might find herself fed up and ready to come clean. It's possible Nina will opt to confess to Willow, especially if she makes a prediction about this info finally turning her daughter against Drew. Nothing else has worked, so Nina might get desperate enough to spill about sleeping with Drew repeatedly behind closed doors. These Nina hookups happened while Drew was busy falling for Willow and pulling her closer, so Nina may insist he's never been the man he claims to be. That's when Willow could say those 4 surprising words we mentioned, "I don't believe you." Willow might shock Nina by going into denial and accusing her mom of making this up as a last resort. After all, Willow urged Nina to save her excuses during a confrontation at Drew's house recently. When Willow first found Nina there, she insisted that she wouldn't believe whatever Nina had to say. It's interesting that Willow's initial reaction was to disbelieve any story Nina might try to spin. That may have been setting up Willow's denial when Nina ultimately admits her fling with Drew. Of course, Willow will have to accept that Nina's telling the truth, particularly once people like Ned, Tracy, Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, and others on Canvas back up the story. General Hospital spoilers say Willow's in for a rude awakening soon or later, so stay tuned to watch her get updates on some horrifying news. CDL will have other terrific General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates, so make us your favorite GH hotspot. Willow Corinthos was enjoying the serene calm of her life, a life that seemed far removed from the constant drama of Port Charles, when everything she thought she knew was thrown into chaos. It had been a week since her wedding to Drew Quartermain, and though things had felt perfect, Willow couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. There had been whispers, rumors, mostly that something from Drew's past might come to light. But what did that really mean for them? She had never expected the revelation that would shatter her world and change everything between her and the people she loved. It was a quiet afternoon when Willow's phone rang. She glanced at the screen, seeing Nina's name, and felt a pang of unease. She'd had a rocky relationship with her mother-in-law, but they had come to some kind of understanding after all the misunderstandings, after the tension between them had reached a boiling point. At least, that's what she thought. The last thing Willow expected was Nina showing up at her door to make a confession. As Willow opened the door, Nina looked like a woman carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders. Her face was pale, her eyes darting around nervously. The tension between them was palpable, thick enough to suffocate anyone who dared to stand in it for too long. "Willow, I need to talk to you," Nina said, her voice softer than usual, though it was strained. Willow blinked, stepping aside to allow Nina in. "What's going on?" she asked cautiously. Nina hesitated before speaking, her words tumbling out in a jumbled mess. "It's about Drew. There's something I need to tell you, something you need to know." Willow felt her stomach tighten. "What's this about?" she asked, though she was already dreading the answer. The air between them seemed to crackle, charged with unspoken truths. Nina took a deep breath. "Drew and I, we were more than just colleagues. We were involved intimately. We had a fling, Willow." For a moment, Willow stood frozen, the words hanging in the air like an unbearable weight. Her mind reeled as she processed Nina's confession. Drew, my Drew, the man she had just married? The man she believed in, trusted with her heart? How could this be true? Nina, sensing Willow's shock, rushed to explain herself. It happened while he was still figuring things out. It wasn't supposed to happen, but it did. I know I should have told you sooner, but I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't want to come between you and Drew.